So I got kale dehydrated from the garden, put in a jar. I've been doing stuff. I'm finally sitting down to make a wholesale order at my local produce place. And this is the very moment that Sage picks to go to the bathroom. So I have to hang up the phone really fast before anybody answers. Homemaking is not a real job, huh? Okay. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Hi, I'm Kathy the Vegan Prepper, and welcome to a day in my life. My not real job life. Oh my gosh! Do-do-do-do-do-do. Vegan Prepper. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Vegan Prepper. Okay, so the plan for today is to go ahead and call the produce place and make an order, and then get a shower, make myself presentable for dehydrating all of my celery. I'm going to actually film it, which makes me laugh because I'm like, I gotta make myself presentable to film this video as I'm filming a video. Just like, this is how I woke up, y'all. This is like just me. There was nothing done to my hair, nothing. So anyway, but anyway, I guess the day in the life videos feel a little more casual. Like I feel a little bit more like, I don't know, like people who watch these, it feels more like we're friends and I can just be casual with you. But like the official dehydration videos and things like that, those feel like real videos and I need to be a bit more professional for those. So that's kind of how I feel. But anyway, so yes, shower, make myself presentable, get celery into the dehydrators, finish 4 orders that I have to ship today, and then get those shipped on the way out to pick up the produce order. So yeah, and then I might switch that, like I might do the orders first and then the celery so that my hair has a chance to like dry or whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of where we are right now, and it might not sound like a lot. It's 8:30 in the morning, but I have learned not to make the list very long because my not real job takes forever. And just over the years, many years at this point of my life, I have learned that I try not to put too much on my to-do list in a day, because you would think you'd be able to get a lot done when you're just staying at home, not having a real job. Oh my gosh, yeah. We're going to talk about this in a second. But I have learned that all of the nothing of my day really manages to stretch things out and fill the day. So, okay, I'm going now for real. I'm going to make that order and just bring you along. All right, the produce place is not answering. It's one ring and then it goes like it disconnects. So I have actually recently noticed that there's starting to be a lot of problems with the phone. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose to avoid calls. I don't know. But anyway, we'll see. I'll just keep trying, and I have to make a decision about whether or not I'm going to drive out there blind because it is quite a far drive. But they have so many things that are like a really good deal right now. So I have to make that decision. But anyway, regardless, shower time, and I'll be back. could you please help me?
Yeah.
Can you blow out the candle? Thank you.
Smoky.
Yes, it's smoky. Good job. Okay, so I did finally get through on the phone for the people. I've finished my orders, all that. And I'm going to get 18 pounds of organic green grapes for $12 and 12 heads. I don't know the poundage yet, but 12 heads of organic cauliflower for $20. And that's insanely good. They're normally like $4 each at the store when they're organic. And gosh, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, my 50-pound bag of onions, because I was sharing in another video that I am tired of not having a ton of onions. So I'm getting a 50-pound bag of conventional yellow onions for $20. So the last time I bought the onions, they were only $11. So I'm like, this doesn't feel like as good of a deal, but then I was like, it's 50 pounds for $20, like that's still a really good deal. So anyway, that's what I am grabbing as my produce haul. So I will go pick that up and ship my orders as soon as I have finished or done the celery dehydrating video. So I wish that I had a second camera and I could film myself like filming that video, but I can't. So go watch that video and imagine that video goes right here in this video. I'm about to go do that now. So anyway, here we go. All right, time for some makeup. I use my ring light actually as the prop for my makeup thing here, because it doesn't stand up at the correct angle. So if I want to have my makeup done, I have to prop this up so that I can see the mirror. But yeah, that's what I use. And yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and get through this and then do the celery video. Okay, just gotta go throw some lip gloss on here and we are golden. All right. I was filming. This is an outtake you guys are not gonna see. But my son walked into the room in his underwear and was like, "Hey mom, I'm gonna get a shower." It's like, do you think I'm in here talking to myself? But he thought I was like editing or something. So, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember what I was saying. Okay, yeah, so all of the celery is in the dehydrator now. And I stuffed it super full, like so full. I'm slightly concerned about it. It is sketchy a heck in there right now. So basically, probably tonight, so it's about 1 o'clock, once before I go to bed, so after another, 8 hours, eight and a half hours or so, hopefully the celery will be reduced in size enough that I'll be able to easily slip the trays out and I'll rotate them and put them back in the other way. Hopefully, I'm like I said, just a little concerned because I kind of really overstuffed the dehydrator too much. Too much stuff is in there, but I just had to get all the celery to fit, because I am now gearing up to head out to grab the wholesale order. Sage is eating a very simple lunch, super fast, so I don't have to stop and cook one more thing. She's had a pile of pistachios and she's having a green smoothie, and that's what I'm having right now as well. And so the green smoothie, I've shown it on the channel a million times. It's basically bananas, blueberries, pumpkin seeds, protein powder, spirulina, and a giant pile of greens. And then I also have been adding cacao powder to them lately, and it's just like so delicious. It's like a chocolatey, just yumminess. It's delicious. So she's having a cup of that, like I said, plus pistachios, and now she's eating some rice cakes. And yeah, basically once I get through the smoothie and some of my research, I'm going to head out and pick up the wholesale order. I am considering doubling my grape order to get 36 pounds of grapes. I hear future me screaming from the ether, no! But current me is kind of like, I don't know, I care about future me because I'm thinking about doubling that order with the possibility of turning it into grape juice. Like one batch of like the 18 pounds or more, depending on how much it requires. I don't know. I have to, like I said, I'm doing my research. So this is my handy dandy printed version of this guide I've shown on the channel before. But basically this entire thing is available for free online, but I just like having a paper copy and I didn't want to print it myself. I have actually seen in my canning groups people who have printed their own and it's a binder this thick. And so it's like they don't necessarily print double-sided, and then a lot of times they put it in page protectors, but even still I feel like this is much more compact. So I can link this book down below too, or another version of it, because I'm pretty sure this particular version is not currently available. But even though it says 2021 print, it is the 2015 version, but this means that as of 2021 they haven't updated it. So it's still the most current version, even if it's from 2015. Okay, sorry. So anything you want out of this book, all you have to do is Google NCHFP grape juice, right? And then you could find the instructions, because this is the National Center for Home Food. I don't even know what that stands for, but it's NCHFP. I've done it so many times I know what the letters are. And you can Google that for anything and then find tested, safe canning information. Although we have shared on the channel before that I have a tiny bit of a phobia with the canning, but I don't really mind the water bath stuff. It's the pressure can stuff I'm still just like leery about it. Even when I follow all of the instructions, I'm leery, like, ooh, it just makes me really nervous. So anyway, I am researching to see what is the process, because I am very seriously considering, like I've already said, turning some of those grapes into grape juice. But yeah, I'll research, do my smoothie, and then we're going to head out and pick up all of that produce. Okay, so I'm gonna need 24 and a half of those 36 pounds to make 7 quarts of juice. And so that's like, you know, a little over 12, so maybe $15-ish for 7 quarts of organic grape juice. And that is really better than okay. That's very good. I think I'm going to do it. And a lot of the other grapes I'm going to just freeze, because we also, like, one of our favorite summer treats, especially if the grapes are good, you just take the grapes and you put them on like a cookie sheet flat and freeze them just whole, and then you just dump them into a freezer bag or whatever it is you want to store them in your freezer, and then you just get like a little bowl of those and you can kind of suck on them a little bit in your mouth. They're so cold, and like, I don't know, you guys, that's like, it's such a treat, especially here in the insane heat that we have during the summer. And then you get to a point where you can kind of start biting through it, and it's just like, they're like little popsicles. They're little grape popsicles. And so we really love those as a family. And so I'm going to make a whole bunch of those. Actually, just recently, my son, the one who just, the underwear interruption, was just telling me that he's been craving frozen grapes and he wants them so bad. It's really difficult lately. I don't know what it is to find organic grapes in stores. And so when I find them, I pounce. And so finding a large quantity is just hugely beneficial. And now, yeah, I have pretty much just sealed my fate, haven't I? Because I've just remembered, yeah, it's impossible to find them in stores. So I'm doubling my grape order. Don't tell future me, okay? We're just gonna keep it a secret from her for a little while. Well, on my way out the door, found this. This is what happened, I guess, while I was doing the celery. It's a disaster. Okay, so organic grapes, 2 flats, some organic cauliflower, and then 50 pounds of onions. Some of them are already sprouting. But yeah, that's what we got. And I have to figure out how on the earth I'm Tetrising all of this into my car. Hey, is mommy having a busy day? So I am back home. Everything is out on my table, and the next step is to clean out the fridge and get as much space open as possible. And so anything that's old or whatever, or even anything that I can just go ahead and like cook into a dinner tonight, that kind of stuff I'm looking for. And then also sort of just rearranging things, kind of Tetrising things as needed to make room for a whole bunch of cauliflower and a whole bunch of grapes until those end up getting processed. I should have enough room for all of it in my fridge. I am very blessed. I have a pretty large fridge. The other like blessing kind of is that I waited so long to process the celery that there was a ton of room being taken up by celery in my fridge, which is now open. So I don't have to worry so much about it. It was already not really stuffed full with a lot of stuff because of the celery. So anyway, I will go ahead and take care of that. And then actually the very next thing would then be like unloading the dishwasher to get dishes from the fridge and from other dishes, you know, into the dishwasher to clean. But actually, really what I'm doing now is I'm going to sit for a little while and just sort of rest. I think I'll just watch a little show and hang out with this girl. She seems like she's kind of needing some love, and that is expected. I've been really busy, and then she didn't come with me to the store, so you stayed home, huh? Yeah. And so I was starting to, as I was emptying the fridge, I was getting that feeling, and I'm trying to learn how to recognize it when it happens, is that feeling of just like, oh, I just want to be done. I just want to sit. I just want to rest. I just want to, you know, take a break. And I'm beginning to try my utmost. I don't do it every time. This time I did, but to try to recognize when that feeling happens and then just be like, okay, yeah, let's take a break. Like, I need to take a break. I need to sit. I need to rest. Because when I don't listen to that feeling and I push myself beyond that, you know, that threshold, when I hit kind of my end, it just turns me into a cranky person. I end up feeling really upset and overwhelmed. And a lot of that is not so much the fault of, you know, it's not my family's fault. It's not anybody's fault. I do have quite a lot to do. I do have quite a lot I feel like I should be getting done. But it's okay for me to like take a break and get back to it later. And I don't know why sometimes it's so difficult for me to stop and actually do that, but I am going to do that. So like I said, I'm going to watch a little show, probably The Legend of Xiao Chuo. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I like watching like Bollywood and K-dramas and C-dramas, and for the most part, like the vast majority of them are, you know, not like, there's no like nudity or overtly graphic violence. And then if there are cuss words, they're in subtitles. And so I'm not having to worry so much about her learning new words to say in front of my grandma as soon as she shows up. But, like, so I don't know. I like watching them. I also really love watching, other cultures and like the way other people live. I love learning about and understanding other people. It's kind of a passion of mine. But yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and actually take the break, which means Mommy needs to stop filming. So I'm going to stop filming and say bye-bye. Bye-bye for now. Oh, you're just going to leave. Okay. That works. Okay. Here's the fridge before it starts beeping at me. So this is what we are looking at, and yeah, I've got a lot of work to do, but hey, it's all good. I'm very grateful for all of the abundance that we have right now. And it's like, does it close? Okay, yeah, it closes. All right, so now it's a little after 6 and I'm sort of getting dinner plans together. We're going to be making the super soup recipe. It's in the vegan home cooking playlist on the channel, and also the 2-ingredient biscuit recipe, or is it 3-ingredient biscuit? I can't remember. Either way, that number's in quotations because it's not only those ingredients. And that is also in the vegan home cooking playlist for anybody who wants to know. And then a big salad. And so that's basically what we're doing. I was thinking, gosh, tonight's dinner should probably have something to do with the cauliflower, but I am not doing it right now. I am more needing to use up salad greens that we have in the fridge. So that's what I'm going to focus on tonight, and I'll make a big salad with those salad greens, in addition to the soup and the biscuits. And I'm also planning our garden, so I'm hoping to do a lot more of gardening content, especially because of, you know, how hot it is here and how we successfully garden in those temperatures. I know that that information is extremely useful, even though my gardening videos have not been very popular. There are already a lot of gardening videos on the channel where I have already, like way back when we had like almost no subscribers, I talked a lot about what we do, but I do know that those things need to be kind of refilmed and made better. But for anybody who's seeking that information now for gardening in hot climates, just go to the channel, and where the little, there's like a little search thing at the top of, like, if you go to the channel page and then just type in gardening or Arizona gardening or something, and you should theoretically pull up most, if not all, of the videos that I have done on gardening here in Arizona in the heat. But I just want to show you guys really fast through the window. It's just so beautiful. I think it's beautiful. My yard is a mess, you guys, okay? It is not landscaped. It's not even weeded right now, okay? But I still find it so beautiful, especially in the sunset light. And so you guys can kind of see where we are right now. And I'm getting ready to get some seeds in the ground. I have some more clearing to do. And so I will show you what we've got. Oh gosh, that's my sweet sign. That's from Adam. He writes me messages on the fence because he knows I sit here. Like, this is my desk. But these are my giant rosemaries. I need to wash this window apparently. My gorgeous giant kale is bolting, but look at the sunlight on it. I just find it so beautiful. There's Bermuda taking over these two beds, which we need to weed out so that we can plant other things. Bolting, cilantro, and my superstar giant jalapeno bushes, completely laden currently with jalapenos. I cannot keep up with them. I've got a big lettuce over there. Oh shoot, that lettuce, yeah, that's bolting now too. Not surprising. So yeah, even more so, I've got to use up the greens in the fridge, and then I will cut that lettuce out. That was a volunteer lettuce, actually. I didn't plant that on purpose. I'll cut that out and use that for salad greens in the near future. It's like these two right here. These are two little volunteer lettuces. So we have gone through and weeded some of the paths. And then those, you know, now I have paths to walk to get a lot of this work done. Here's my gorgeous catnip patch. And so that is a fantastic herb to have on hand. Oh yeah, the smoke is because I've got some incense going. And then my mint and my chives. Look at my ridiculous collection of chives here. I've got to definitely take care of that. But we are looking at, hopefully, a relatively busy garden season and some good yields. And so it looks like currently, I was consulting my planting calendar. Currently, I can plant my edamame, which I'm very excited about. So I'm absolutely going to plant at least 2 full beds of nothing but edamame. Cantaloupe, carrots, cucumbers, okra, sunflowers, Jamaican sorrel, that's Hibiscus sabrodifa, that's the medicinal hibiscus. I want to plant quite a lot of that as well this year for multiple reasons, because I do definitely appreciate the medicinal qualities of the hibiscus calyx. It's very often I see, like, even like herbal people, and I guess it's possible they're just not using the right word. It is not the hibiscus flower that gets made into the tea. It's the calyx. It's almost like the rose hip, right? Like that's what's left behind after the flower goes away. So the calyx is this red, like, fruit basically that's left behind on the plant after the bloom is gone, and you harvest that, you remove the seed pod, and then the I guess petals, for lack of a better word, of the calyx are what is turned into hibiscus tea and gives it its signature red color and an incredible heart tonic, circulatory tonic, blood pressure tonic. Like, it's an incredible thing to have on hand, especially for the cardiovascular system. And so, yeah, I want to have a whole bunch of that because I love it, but also, weirdly enough, because it makes the best jam in the history of all jams. That hibiscus sorrel jam is just like insane. So it isn't only about the medicine. Adam loves that jam. I managed to get, I think, like 5 tiny jars last year, and I want to get a whole bunch more this year because he loves it. And it's kind of cool because the seed pods of the calyx contain a bunch of natural pectin, and so you can make the jam very easily just using the pieces of the plant. And so it's a very long-standing traditional recipe, I think coming out of Australia. A lot of, I think it's originally, anyway, I was originally hearing about it from Australian YouTube channels. So I definitely want to do that. The other thing is that that plant, Hibiscus sabdarifa, we think of it as being for the calyxes and to make the hibiscus stuff. But it is also a wonderful edible green plant. So it's a great plant for the heat of summer. Oh, my baby Sage woke up from her nap. Oh, here, come be with mommy. Look, I have my wrap on. You can be in my wrap. Here. Sorry guys, this is super messy. This whole video is just messy. But anyway, it is a wonderful hot weather plant and it produces an edible green. So I am absolutely also very interested in plants that will provide me greens throughout the summer. They have a very distinctive, astringent, almost lemony flavor to them that's delicious. I'm not sure that they would be good as an entire salad in and of themselves, but still it's a source of greens. In fact, if I'm remembering correctly, there are certain countries in the world where the Hibiscus sabdarifa is grown for the greens, not for the calyxes. And I'm pretty sure like Thailand is one of those countries. They grow fields and fields and fields of it for the greens, because the greens are delicious. So anyway, I am gonna go ahead and cuddle her. She likes cuddles. It's like she goes to sleep and then when she wakes up, she's like got to be comforted. And that's in the morning too. It's like I've got to comfort her. It's like, you poor thing, you woke up. Let me ease you into the day. So I've got to ease her back into the day now that she took a nap today. So I'm gonna do that. And she's all wrapped up in my wrap. All right. All right, it's the next day. So actually I did not end up making that big complicated soup. I realized I have all this perfectly good, you know, getting over my phobia, all this perfectly good home canned stuff up there. And I used a couple of jars each, like quart jars each of the pinto beans and molasses sauce and the just home canned potatoes. And both of those, I followed instructions for the NCHFP. Actually, those pinto beans in molasses sauce have to be just one of the best things I think I've ever canned. It's completely delicious. It tastes a lot like almost like a Bush's baked bean kind of thing. And so it ends up being really delicious. So I highly recommend that recipe. I'll link it down below. So I just made it easier on myself. So I did that plus the 2-ish ingredient biscuits. And then like we just had fruit. I didn't even end up making a salad. I need to make the salad. But just kind of last night I got to the point where I was like, I'm just tired. And I was like, I have all this. Why not just make it easy on myself? I don't know why I have such a hard time like making things easy for myself. I tend to always want to do the most complicated thing, and I don't know. I can explore it with like a therapist or something. I don't even know. But do you guys have the same thing? You feel like you notice the same thing in your lives? Let me know. So it's the next day, and I'm just doing this to close out the video. We just had doctor's appointments, and I got, you know, pretty darn good report. So everything is improving very well. Plants, baby, plants. And so it's very exciting. So I just have to continue honing my focus. it's been my lifelong struggle, like the weight issues and stuff. So hopefully I begin to see forward momentum in that area as well very soon. But yeah, things have just been insane. It's been an insane week. It's been an insane few years, not just for me, for a lot of people, huh? But you know, we keep moving forward. The thing that keeps coming to me is there's a Bible verse that says, nothing has come upon you except that which is common to man. Also, I think that was speaking specifically about temptation, but there's also a verse that says, there's nothing new under the sun. Like, and weirdly enough, it's like, you know, people have been through worse than what we are going through. There have been worse situations. There's a lot of stuff on you know, like I'm looking at my YouTube feed right now, and it's like all these prepping channels, and it's just like so much doom and gloom. And you know what? There's stuff on the horizon, whatever, you know, like I have to consciously step back and say, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world, right? Like, do we not still serve a big God? Do we not still serve, you know, a God who is ultimately in control and has written a story where he and we are the victors in the end, right? So I do what we can. We prepare to out of wisdom to keep our family safe, but you know, we can't get caught up in all of the, I don't know, the doom and gloom, all that stuff. So anyway, I guess it's just sort of my encouragement. Keep moving forward, no matter how small the steps are. Take the steps, and I encourage myself with that. And so that's actually what our tattoos mean. My husband and I each have a tattoo. His is slightly different. Our tattoos are coordinating. We got them from one of our anniversaries one year, and the arrow points out, like forward, on both of us, and that's the purpose of the tattoo. And then the compass and the arrow, and we got that symbolically for both of us. It's a reminder, always moving forward, but then the compass is because we are never without direction. God is always leading us. We're always moving forward. So that's, I guess, my encouragement for you today. I never did get to the discussion on my not real job. So I'm going to make that a separate video and talk about that a little bit. But yeah, anyway, happy times. Be encouraged. Don't be discouraged. Prepare. But ultimately, we put our hope in God and trust. Even if, why do we fear man, right? We fear those who can take our bodies, but they can't take our soul, you know, like we're all set no matter what happens. So anyway, all right, cool. All right, see you guys later. Oh yeah, you know what? I just realized I have a video in my phone of me doing deadlifts. And to me, it's pathetic because it was only 90 pounds. And it's like, come on, 90 pounds, like that's so weak. But you know, we have to start somewhere, and that's my starting point. We're getting into powerlifting now in my workouts with my personal trainer, and so I'm getting stronger in a lot of ways. I've noticed huge improvements in my strength, muscle tone. Like, I know you can't tell because like my arms are still super flabby, but there's like muscle. I wonder if I could get it on camera. Probably not. It's fine. It's like barely there. I've got triceps now. I never used to have a tricep bump, even under all of that stuff. And my muscles have tone that they never had before. So I mean it, seriously. Wherever you are, start. Take a little step, no matter how small it is, no matter how stupid you feel, no matter how stupid you feel you look, take the steps that are good. And so, yeah, I'll insert a little video of me deadlifting. It's pathetic, or it's not pathetic. I shouldn't call it pathetic, but just want to show you guys, you know, start somewhere. And anyway, okay. As always, I hope the rest of your day is good and your life stays wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me today and yesterday. See you later. Bye.